Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afiq Akram Shalihin. My matric number is 22112790. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Sarawak. So the course that I take is Bachelor of Sharia in Faculty Academy of Islamic Studies. So the topic that I would like to talk about is the difference between the Islamic economic system and the capitalist economic system. So this topic is not only academic, it's also practical, because the economic that we choose will shape our society, our values, and our daily life. So that's why this topic is really important to us. So as we know that money and economy play a huge or a major role in people's life. For example, on how we earn that money, on how we spend the money to buy stuff, and how the wealth is distributed in the economy itself. So all of these are influenced by the economic system of a societies. So before I talk about the differences, so I'm going to separate the differences into three aspects. The first one is and motivation and incentive. The second one is property ownership. The third one is decision making. So the first aspect is motivation or incentive. So in the capitalist system, the primary or the main motivation is to maximize the profit or to maximize the wealth. So individual and business like based on self-interest. So this belief is that when everyone pursue their own benefit, competition will lead to economic growth, innovation, and progress. So the success is measured mainly by how much wealth or capital a person or company accumulate. So in other words, capitalist system encourage the mindset of I work to gain more for myself. So however, this can also lead to greed, consumerism, and social inequality. When profit become the main goal, ethical value can easily be ignored, and a business might exploit workers, increase price unfairly, or damage the environment as long as it leads to higher profit. So in Islam, it's totally different. In the Islamic economic system, the motivation is it's different from the capitalist system, because Islam encourages wealth creation, but the purpose of gaining wealth is not personal gain alone. Wealth is considered an amanah or trust from Allah, and how we use it will be questioned on the day of judgment. And the motivation is becomes I work to benefit myself, for my family, for my society, and to earn the pleasure of Allah. For example, if you want to run a business about alcoholic, even though it's good for your country, can gain profit, and it's forbidden in Islam because alcohol is haram. So it's different in Islamic economic system, because the main reason why Muslim runs the economy is to find Allah redha and to earn the pleasure of Allah. So that's the difference in the first aspect, which is motivation and incentive. So let's moving forward to the second aspect, which is property ownership. So in capitalism, individuals have absolute ownership over property. So a person can own any amount of wealth, land, resources, or companies without restriction. So in other words, as long as you have money, you can buy whatever you want. So the market rewards those who are most efficient, which often lead to wealth being concentrated among a small group of people. This is why many capitalist society, the gap between the rich people and the poor people becomes very large, and in Islam it's different. Islam views ownership differently. In Islam, all ultimate ownership belongs to Allah. We as a Muslim only become a kabilah, or only become the people who takes the responsibility on certain property. So we are only temporary caretaker of the wealth that we have. Yes, individuals are allowed to own property. Islam doesn't forbid wealth, but this ownership comes with condition and responsibility. So as a Muslim, we must earn it through halal, use it without harming others, share uh, a portion of it through zakat, sadaqah, or wakaf. Sorry, I have my notes down here. And Allah says in the Quran, in the Surah Al-Hashr, ayat 7, which means so that wealth may not circulate only among the rich among you. So this means Islam actively works to prevent extreme wealth inequality. So for the last aspect is decision making. So in capitalism itself, decision making is guided mainly by market forces, demand and supply, and potential profit. So if something is profitable and legal, it can be done. So even if it may morally questionable, for example, tobacco companies legally sell products that harm health. Companies may exploit cheap labor in poor countries, or large corporations may damage the environment for industrial gain. So the moral consideration is secondary to efficiency and profit. So it's very contrast to Islam. Is in the Islamic economic system, the decision making is guided by Sharia principle, or even Maqasid Sharia. So every economic action must obey halal and haram guideline. So a decision is not judged only by how profitable it is, but why, whether it is ethical, just and beneficial to society. So Islam prohibit riba, gambling, fraud, uncertainty, and deception, or harmful trade, or something that harm our health, for example alcohol, tobacco, or others exploitation. But Islam also encourage fair contract, transparency, honesty, and also mutual benefit. So for the conclusion is the Islamic economic system where Muslim run the economy to find to earn the pleasure from Allah, to find Allah's redha, to do the falah, because the capitalism itself just their main objective is to maximize the profit. So it means the economy is run just want to just for self satisfaction or self interest. So as a Malaysian itself, I hope Malaysia will continue to strengthen and expand the implementation of the Islamic economic system, because I do believe that some, not most, but some of some economy in Malaysia, they use the Islamic economy system, and I hope one day Malaysia will use all the economy and use the rules of Islamic economic system, because with our identity as a Muslim majority nation, we have the foundation to build an economy that not only grow, but grows with fairness, with dignity, and with barakah. That is the most important thing. So I think that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.